So using the mathematics test result given earlier, this information can be presented with a pictogram. I want us to recall that the frequency table says that 3 students got A, 5 students got B, 3 students got C, 1 student got D, and 2 students got E, and 1 student performed very poorly and got F. So the question now is for us to present that same information using a pictogram. And I said here, note, 1 pinhead represents 1 student. So this is a pinhead. It represents 1 student. So as I said before, that when you are presenting statistical data with pictogram, you must get pictures that resemble the data. So these pictures, when you see them, you will know it resembles human being. That's why we call them pinheads. So grade A, you make 2 columns. The first column will be for the grades. The other column will be for the presentation. Grade A, we have three students. Grade B, we have 5 students. Grade C, we have 3 students. Grade D, we have 1 student. Grade E, 2 students. And grade F, 1 student. So this is pictorial presentation of that test result by the mathematics teacher using pictogram. Bar chart. A bar chart is like pictogram, only that the statistical data is presented with a bar instead of a picture. The width of the bars are equal, but the height represents the frequency of each data. Let us present the mathematics test grade result in a bar chart. It is important to note before presenting a statistical data graphically that there is need to first prepare a frequency table. We've done the frequency table earlier, but assuming you are not told to make a frequency table, before you go to the pictorial presentation, please prepare a frequency table to help you go into the graphical presentation. Okay, for this bar chart, it is a graph that had 2 axes. The horizontal axis is your grade, and then the vertical axis is the frequency. Horizontal is grade, vertical is frequency. Recall that this introduction to bar chart says that the width of each grade is the same, is equal. The only thing that is different is the height, which represents the frequency. The height represents the frequency. So let's look at this. It is still that mathematics test result. So grade A had 3 students. You have 1, 2, and 3. Grade B has 5 students. Grade C has 3 students. Grade D has 1. Grade E has 2. And grade F has 1. With this bar chart, many questions can be asked. Assuming you were not told that there are 15 students that took the exam, a question can be, how many students took the exam that had these grades? How do you get that? You just add the frequencies, that is the heights of the bars. That would be 3 plus 5 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. When you add, you will find out that you have 15 students. That's how to answer questions using bar chart. Number 3, pie charts. A pie chart is a graph in the shape of a circular pie. Each data is a sector of the circle. This means that before presenting a statistical data with a pie chart, you will prepare a frequency table and calculate the sector of the circle representing each data. Using the mathematics test grade present the data with a pie chart. Solution. Remember, we already have the frequency table. So what we will calculate now is the sector of each grade. So grade A has frequency of 3, number of students 15. For a circle, the angles of a circle is 300. Angles at the center of a circle is 360 degrees. So it is 3, which is the frequency of grade A, over 15, which is total number of students that took the exam, times 360, which is angle at the center of a circle. When you reduce this, you will have 72 degrees. The sector for grade B is a frequency of students that got B is 5. Total number of students is 15 times angles at the center 360, which gives us 120 degrees. Grade C will be 3 over 15 times 360 over 1, giving us 72. Grade D, only one student got D, so it's 1 over 15 times 360 over 1, giving us 24 degrees. Grade E, two students got grade E, so 2 over 15 times 360 was to 48 degrees. Grade F, only one student performed so badly, and it's 1 over 15 times 360, giving us 24. So you make another table. In that table, you will have 3 rows: the grade, the number of students, which is frequency, and then the angle at the center. Grade A, 3 students, and the sector is 72 degrees. Grade B, 5 students. The sector for grade B will be 120 degrees. Grade C, 3 students. The sector is 72 degrees. Grade D, 1 student. Sector 24 degrees. Grade E, 2 students. Sector is 48 degrees. And grade F, 1 student. Sector is 24 degrees. If you add the number of students, total will be 15 degrees. If you add the sectors, the degrees, it will give you 360 degrees. So the next thing is that using your compass, you now measure these angles worked out per grade. So this is A, B, C, D, E, and F. I want you to note that in this pie chart, we've not put the frequencies and we've not bothered to put the sector. Like B has 120 degrees. If you measure, you will get 120 degrees. F has 24 degrees. If you measure, you have 24 degrees. So the sizes of the sectors give a quick comparison between the numbers of students getting each grade. Just with this pie chart, a question can be which grade that most students get. Just looking at the pie chart, you will know that the biggest sector is B, and the answer will be B. So students, what we have done so far is how to present statistical data that have been so collected to be very easy to be understood clearer and used now for whatever you want to use it for, prediction, planning, and it is more presentable to do that using bar charts, pie charts, and then pictogram than the rank order. So let's take more examples. The following is a rank order list of an examination result. 87, 82, 78, 76, 75, 70, 66, 64, 59, 59, 59, 51, 49, 48, and 41. The question says it's a rank order list. So because it's a rank order list, they have put it in order of magnitude. And when you look at it, it is in descending order from the highest to the lowest. So you don't have many questions to answer using that rank order list. First question, how many students took the examination? How will you find out the number of students that took the examination? Count the grades, the marks, and you'll find out that there are 15. So what was the highest mark scored? Because it is on the data have been presented in rank order list, we just look at the first student, the mark for the first student, because rank order list must be presented in order of magnitude, from either from the highest to the lowest or lowest to the highest, but most often from the highest to the lowest. First student scored 87, so highest mark is 87. What was the lowest mark? The last mark there is 41. What is the mark of the student which came sixth? Mark of the students which came sixth. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The mark of the student which came sixth is 70. Question number E. What is the position of the student who got 76 marks? We go to the rank order list. We spot 76 marks. So what's the position? First, second, third, fourth. The answer is fourth. 3 students got 59 marks. What is their position? 3 students got 59. So let's look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3 students scored 59. Their position is 9th. Their position is 9th. What is the position of the student who got 51 marks? Position of the students who got 51 marks. Good. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. Now, there are 3 students that scored 59 and they took position 9th. So, even though you are going to put 9th for them, they have taken positions. So, 9th, 10th, 11th. So, 51 will be the 12th position. Though these 59 are 9th, but there are 3 of them. So, they have taken positions. The next one, that is 51, will be 12th. The answer is 12th. How many students got less than 75 marks? Less than 75 marks. There are less than 75. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 students. How many students got more than 45 marks? How many students got more than 45 marks. More than 45. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 students. I want you to note that in that test, no student scored 45. We had a student scoring 49, another student scoring 41. So 45 is between 49 and 41. So more than 45 should start from the student that scored 49. There are 14 students. J, if 45 is the pass mark, how many students failed the test? Only one student got below 45, that is 41. So only one student failed the exam. So what is the mark of the student in the middle of the rank order? In the middle of the rank order, middle, there are 15 students. Middle should be half the score that divided the set into 2, and that would be if they are 15, we'll have 7 here, we'll have 7 the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So at the middle we have 64. What is the mark of the student in the middle of the rank order? The answer is 64 marks. Okay, students, we are moving gradually. We are taking examples on how to present a statistical data collected in different forms. The question number 1 had dealt with many questions under rank order. Let's look at question number 2. The shirt sizes of 20 teenagers are given as follows: 10, 14, 14, 12, 16, 16, 18, 12, 12, 12, 14, 14, 14, 16, 16, 14, 14, 12, 12. First question says, prepare a frequency table of this information. B, present this statistical data graphically using pictogram, bar chart, and pie chart. Solution. Frequency table. We always have 2 rows. The first row will show you the data. In this case, the data is shirt size. The sizes are column 1, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. These are sizes of the shirt. Then frequency. You now begin to check how many teenagers have each shirt size. You count them one after the other. Shirt size 10, shirt size 12, shirt size 14, shirt size 16, and shirt size 18, counting the number of times they occurred. And when you do that, you will have this frequency table. That's 10 teenagers wear size 10 for the shirt, 6 wears size 12, 8 wears 14, 4 wears 16, and 1 wears size 18. If you add this frequency, it will give you 20, which is the number of teenagers that have those shirt sizes. The question says, present this statistical data graphically in pictogram, in bar chart, and in pie chart. So in pictogram, remember, we will always give a note, a guide. And here the note says 1 p-head is equal to 1 teenager. So in the first column will be sizes of shirt, size 10, size 12, size 14, size 16, size 18. If you like, you add another row, and that row you will now say size and frequency. But the important thing is the shirt sizes and number of students that have each size. So from this frequency table, we know that one student wears size 10, 6 students or 6 teenagers wear size 12, 8 teenagers wear size 14, 4 teenagers wear size 16, and 1 teenager wear size 18. So this is that same information in pictogram. Says use bar charts. So in bar charts, you have 2 axes, the horizontal and then the vertical. Under the horizontal, you have shirt size, and in the vertical, we have frequency. Size 10, we have just 1 teenager. Size 12, we have 6 of them. Size 14, we have 8. Size 16, we have 4. And size 18, we have 1. Want you to recall in bar charts that the width of the bars will be equal, but the height will show the frequency of the data. Let's present the same information with a pie chart. Recall that I told you that for you to draw a pie chart, you must get the angles at the center for each data. So in this example, the sizes of the shoes run from 10, 12, 14 to 18. But there are shoe types that we labeled A, B, C, D, and E. They are not grades. They are shoe types. So the frequency of size 10 is 1, 12, 6, 14 is 8, 16 is 4, and 18 is 1. The sum of the frequency is 20. Then we find the angles at the center. And recall, to find the sector or the angle at the center, it is the frequency of each data over the total, in this case is 20, times 360 over 1, which is the sum of the angles in a circle. So for shoe size 10, which is type A, it is 1 over 20, 1 frequency, and 20 total, times 360 over 1, which is 18. Size 12 is 6 over 20 times 360, giving us 108. Size 14 is 8. Frequency of size 14 is 8 over 20 times 360. Then size 16 is 4 over 20 times 360, which is 72 degrees. And size 18, which is shoe type E, is 1 over 20 times 360, giving us 18. The total of the angle or the sectors will give us 360 degrees. And with our protractor, we'll measure the angles as seen. So in the pie chart now, we are not showing the sizes, but we are showing the types. Another thing is that you can observe that we are using different colors to present each shoe type and each sector. So students, we've come gradually to the end of today's lesson. Recall that what we have done so far is how to collect statistical data, questions that we can be asked using statistical data so collected, which will help us in planning and prediction. We also looked at how to present this statistical data collected to the public so that it can be clearer, easier to interpret. We said there are two types. The two types are the tables and lists and pictorial or graphical presentations. In the tables and lists, we have rank order lists, which is presentation of data from the in order of magnitude, which can be descending or ascending. But most often we use descending order. That is from the highest to the lowest. The example of tables is the frequency table, which shows the number of times something happened or something occurred. In the pictorial or graphical presentation of statistical data, we found out that we have three basic types, and they are the pictogram, which uses pictures and drawings, the bar chart, which is a bar using graph books and showing the two axes, the axis for grades, and then the frequency. That the bars, the widths are the same, but the height shows the frequency of each data. And pie chart is a presentation, graphical presentation of statistical data in a circular pie. In that case, there must be a calculation of the data as presented by the sector, and each sector shall be calculated from the frequency of the actual data over the total times 360. 360 is the sum of the angles at the center. I hope you have followed very well in this topic. So now let's look at the evaluation. 1A. Present the following values in rank order: 5, 1, 6, 4, 9, 2, 15, 8, 10. B. Find the fifth greatest value. 2. A book has 120 pages of drawings, 72 pages of photographs, and 168 pages of writing. Show this information on a pie chart. Question number 3. 15 women were asked their favorite colors. Their responses are given in a frequency table below. Colors are blue, red, green, yellow, and black. Frequency for blue is 3, red is 4, green is 5, yellow is 1, and black is 2. Present this statistical data using pictogram and bar chart. Solution. 1. This is the data present in a rank order, starting from the highest to the lowest. We'll have 15, 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 2, and 1. So the fifth grade is, the fifth greatest is 6. So you start from the greatest, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth greatest value is 6. Now, in question number 2, the total number of pages we'll have for drawing, for pictures, and so on. That is 120 plus 72 plus 168, giving us 360. So angle at the center, 120 pages will be 120 over 360, which is the total, times 360 degrees. That gives us 120 degrees. 72 pages is 72 over 360 times 360 over 1. That's 72 degrees. Then 168 pages will give us 168 over 360 times 360 over 1, giving us 168 degrees. Total is 360 degrees. So this is the pie chart, because we have the sectors A, B, and C. present in a pictogram that question for the women that chose their favorite colors. Remember, for pictogram, you make a frequency table, which was given. So the P head is representing one woman. The frequency for blue, 3 women. 4 women chose red as their favorite color. 5 chose green. 1 woman prefers yellow, and 2 like black. So prepare the frequency table, and that is this. Show the same information in a bar chart. Colors for the horizontal, frequency at the vertical. For blue, we have frequency 3. For red, we have 4. For green, we have 5. Yellow, just 1 woman. And black, 2 women. And that is the bar chart. The width of the bars are the same. The heart shows the frequency. And that brings us to the end of the lesson. Just hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Do the evaluation and turn in your books by the next lesson. Thank you very much.